What's up, y'all? Got a banger from the Modern King. Let's get straight into it.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Galt, you filed a petition for a personal protection order against Mr. Schmidt.
I did.
And can you tell me
I knew a guy in college named Jack Schmidt. No cap.
what happened on August 9th between you and Mr. Schmidt?
August 9th, there was an incident that took place that Kyle was hitting my vehicle, yelling at me, trying to ask to speak to Ben, which I told.
On August 9th, or did that involve a message on Our Family Wizard?
Oh, I'm sorry. That was the wrong incident. I apologize. Yes, there was a message sent to me by Kyle Schmidt on Our Family Wizard about saying he needed to know the full names of everyone parked in my driveway. And he also needed to know who was driving the white vehicle in my car.
And why did that concern you?
It made me known that he is watching my house. And because there is a white vehicle that is in my driveway that is a family member's, but hadn't been there for at least a week prior to that. So
do you know where Mr. Schmidt lives?
In Galesburg.
And do you have any reason, was there any reason for him to be at your home?
No.
And is your home located on a major thoroughfare?
It's located on a crossroad, yeah, a road that is used for traffic.
And when was the last time, if any, that Mr. Schmidt was at your home for a sanctioned reason?
It's been at least 5 years.
And so why did that message concern you?
He has no reason to be at my home or by my house.
Okay. Does he pick up the children at your house?
No.
Have you ever wanted him to pick up the children at your house?
No.
And you have 2 children together?
I do.
Okay. And was there an incident that occurred on August 22nd?
Yes.
And what was that incident?
That incident was one where Ben was refusing to go to parenting time.
Excuse me 1 second, Miss McNiff, just to follow along, I've got an incident that occurred on September 5th, August 29th, and August 9th. I didn't have anything in the petition for the 22nd. And
oh,
well,
then
that?
I'll withdraw that question then, since it's not in the petition.
Okay.
Was there an incident that occurred on August 29th?
There was.
And can you tell me about that incident?
That incident was one where we were at a custody exchange and Ben was refusing to go. I calmly told Kyle that Ben was refusing to go and not wanting to speak to him. Kyle then proceeded to hit my windows of my car and continued to escalate and raise his voice. During this time, I was inching backwards to try to leave. And he continued to stay by my car. I inched backwards again, 1 to 2 inches. And he
I'll give you 1 to 2 inches.
proceeded to start yelling that I hit him, even though I did not. And we made a statement to the police. They did an investigation, and I did not hit Kyle. So that was falsely.
What windows did he hit?
He was hitting my windows.
Okay. And where was your child located?
During this time, he was afraid. He was hiding in the back hatch of my car. He came forward to the front of the car, and he was cowering down between the seats because he was afraid.
When Mr. Schmidt was hitting your window, was he saying anything?
He was continuing to say that he needed to speak to Ben.
He was saying,
she's a runner, she's a track star.
Which I told him that Ben did not want to speak to him.
Did you roll your window down, or was it up?
I did roll my window down, so it was clearly heard.
And how far was your window down?
Maybe 2 to 3 inches, because he had reached in my vehicle prior to this. So I was not allowing my window to be rolled down more than that to put myself into a dangerous situation.
And how hard was he hitting the window?
Enough that it could audibly be heard in the car by my son, and it was hard enough that it was not lightly hitting my window. It was hard enough that it felt aggressive.
So it wasn't
Bro, you can barely knock on a window and hear it. What?
knocking.
No, it felt more aggressive than that.
And was there anything else with regard to that particular date that happened?
I was extremely fearful because I didn't know with him hitting my window what was going to happen next, and I was afraid.
And you said you made a report to the police. When did you make the report to the police with regard to that?
He even was trapping me where I couldn't move my vehicle again.
How did he trap you so that you couldn't leave?
He was standing within inches of my car,
In front of it or in back of it?
right beside me.
Right beside you. Last I checked, if somebody's beside you, you can still drive off, dude.
At my driver's side door.
Okay. And what resolved that you were able to leave?
I got on the phone with the police because I felt like there was no way that I could get out of there safely. When I got on the phone with the police, he charged back to my mother's vehicle. I was on the phone with them and I could not see clearly what he was doing, but I later found out that he was telling my mom that he was going to go to her house.
Well, and let's not say anything.
In regards to me, though.
So are you asking that there be a restriction in the PPO that Mr. Schmidt must maintain a 20-foot distance from you?
At all times during the custody exchange, that would be accurate.
I have no further questions.
Okay. Mr. Schmidt, do you have any question of Ms. Galt?
Yes, on you said on August 5th, there wasn't an incident in your report that says August 5th, it's September 5th. Also on the 29th,
increase their chances of
on August 9th, when I approached your vehicle, you say I was pounding on your windows. In the video, it says that it shows that I'm not pounding. How was I pounding on your windows? I was tapping on them.
I didn't state pounding. I stated that you felt like you were aggressively hitting
How do
my
you know I
window.
was aggressively hitting your window?
It didn't feel like
Just your assumption?
This is how I
The
felt.
cross-examination, I'm loving it.
Okay, all right. So on, let's see, on August 29th, you says I entrapped you. How would I entrap you if I'm standing next to your vehicle trying to do a custody exchange to speak to my kid?
Exactly.
I was backing up, inching backwards.
So I was standing behind your vehicle or beside of it? That's not entrapping then.
I wasn't.
I'm sorry, what's that?
Yeah.
I'm objecting on.
Your chance to ask questions, not to, again, editorialize or anything of that nature. So you'll have a chance to testify.
Okay, so I was standing next to your vehicle and I entrapped you then, you were saying?
Yes. I was inches away from my car and could not safely back up. I was inching backwards and was not able to move away from, I was not able to back up.
So I would have to be behind your vehicle to entrap you, correct?
No, I couldn't safely move backwards from my vehicle because you were standing so close.
Interesting. So, because on November 5th, you hit me with your mirror. I have it on a video. Did you remember recalling saying I hit your vehicle and you said I'm backing up after I stated I hit you? If in the video you would say I didn't hit you if you didn't hit me, you just said I'm backing up.
I didn't hit you. It was investigated by police.
Do you recall a video ever seeing at the prosecutor's office?
It was investigated by police and I did not hit you.
And the police indicated that you didn't intend to hit me, they stated, correct?
Your Honor, it's both hearsay and not a question.
Sustained. You can't say what somebody else said, sir. Only what the parties, either the petitioner or yourself said, but not other third parties.
Okay. It's so interesting to me. In another life, dude, I would have loved to have been a lawyer.
Yeah. So you stated on the 29th I kicked your vehicle. Do you have a footprint that's on your vehicle?
It was witnessed by Benjamin.
Okay, so you're here to testify today?
I am.
Okay, so you didn't witness it. You just assume that I kicked your vehicle?
Stupid.
It was witnessed by Benjamin.
Okay, well, he's
She's
not
been cutting so many lies already, bro.
here today. Let's see.
To
So
hold on, to clarify, ma'am, so you didn't witness that.
I had my eye on my peripheral vision and he was right there. But
Okay,
because
that's not what I asked. I asked,
How
did you
about
witness it?
you?
Okay, thank you.
no, sir.
Stop the cap.
okay, then you also stated on another date, I believe on the, let's see here, just going over my notes.
I love these.
On September 5th, you said I entrapped you. How did I entrap you in your vehicle when I was standing next to it?
Again, you were inches away from my vehicle, not making it safe for me to back up safely,
But
which is why I called the police.
entrapment would be standing behind your vehicle, right? So that means it would be blocking you with a car, a physical person.
To be able to turn my wheel and safely back up, I was unable to safely back up. And because you were inches from my car, I was entrapped in the parking space.
No, that's not the definition of entrapment. On August
Objection.
29th,
Sustained.
on August 20th,
Objection. He's giving you the actual definition. This dude's cooking and he ain't even a lawyer. Maybe he is.
9th, you had
He's not putting up with the bullshit. I'll tell you, my boy Kyle's cooking.
bumped your vehicle into my wrist. I have it on video, correct? I was videotaping on the 29th.
I'm unaware if you were or not.
I was holding my phone in your vision because I remember you seeing me, correct?
I mean, honey, you got 4 eyes. You should have seen him.
I saw your phone, but I wasn't aware of if you were videoing.
So when we see the video, will it show that I kicked your car in the video then? Will it show that I entrapped you on the 29th?
There was multiple questions. What was the question?
In the video on the 29th, will it show that I entrapped you?
Yes.
Will it show that I kicked your vehicle? Because you clearly
I
said a
haven't-
second ago that you didn't see me. So would it show it in the
haven't-
video?
I haven't seen the video, so I'm
The
unaware.
prosecuting office has the video. You haven't reviewed it?
No.
Okay.
Cooking her, bro.
And then you speak about August 9th that I had drove by your house. So you physically seen me drive by your house?
Due to you stating that there's a vehicle that is parked in my driveway, that would lead me to believe that you
what
have
road do you
driven
live
by
on?
my house.
What road do you live on? Beckley Avenue, correct?
Correct?
And that's a pretty busy road. There's lots of stores on that road, right?
Correct?
And from Galesburg to Battle Creek, that is a main route to get there, other than the highway when there's construction, correct?
Correct?
Okay, so you didn't visibly see me drive by your house then, correct?
Due to you stating you needed the full names of everyone who has been in my parking lot.
Ma'am, that was not the question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. I have not visibly
Stupid.
seen. No.
Okay, so you haven't
This is
seen
just
me.
lying, bro.
On the week of August 5th through the 9th, are you aware of numerous marks on Benjamin's legs and arms?
Objection. That has nothing to do with the allegations.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does. It has to do with the messages that I sent her asking who's at her house watching Benjamin.
Well, it's not for purposes of this proceeding. I mean, you can testify that why you did that, but it's not germane to this.
Okay. So are you aware that my mother has a doctor in Battle Creek that she goes to, correct? You saw her at the hospital one time when you were working?
I'm aware that
Okay, so you did see her before in Battle Creek?
yes.
So is it possible for anybody else to drive by your house and state to me that there was a white car in your house, correct?
I don't know. Possibly.
Well, it's a yes or no question.
Well, she answered it. She said possibly.
Okay.
Dude, he is cooking her right now with all the video evidence. Love it.
So I think that's all. I have nothing further.
Okay, Miss McNiff, any?
On video, I did not entrap her. I did not
Point where she is fearful, and Mr. Schmidt.
come up at exchanges.
2950 And the court can enjoin and restrain certain conduct if the court determines there's reasonable cause to believe that an individual has committed or may commit the acts listed under MCL 600.2950 parens 1A through K. In this matter, first, it's been alleged she's fearful of him entering the premises. However, she did acknowledge in her testimony that he had not been to the premises for about 5 years, obviously, so there's no fear of entering upon the premises.
She's about to get cooked.
She says she's fearful. First, she's fearful of the videotaping, but the point that Mr. Schmidt makes is appropriate, that if, again, if he's videoing it, then she should feel safer, not feel unsafe or fearful because of the fact that it's all videoed and all records. So the court doesn't, again, believe that that's appropriate under sub K, where she might, in fact, cause reasonable apprehension of violence because somebody is videoing her. She may not like it, but that doesn't mean that there's going to be any, again, violence as a result of that. In fact, the court would believe, as did Mr. Schmidt, that it'd be less likely to be any particular violence. She claims he hit the window. He claimed I was tapping on the window to get her attention. The court has, through the ex parte order the court entered, has taken care of that by keeping him 20 feet from the car when the exchanges occur in this particular case. The court notes that the other objection, nope, you guys are done. It's my turn now, Mr. Schmidt.
Okay.
The court does note that she states she hasn't seen him. She's never seen him go by the house, so she can't claim that he was engaged in stalking behavior. He did raise the point, maybe somebody related to him that they saw a vehicle at her house. That doesn't denote that he, again, was engaged in any behavior which would be stalking under the applicable statute. The court in this matter does believe that court's taking care of the issues that would be germane in this matter about being next to her vehicle, and believes that that is taking care of the matter. I don't believe that it's appropriate nor.
That's crazy work. At least he got some justice, though. Loki, you want to beef one? Sit, wait, free. This is why I say, bro, if you ever get into an altercation, something like this with a woman or anybody else, if you can record it, because the video never lies. And if somebody is afraid of you recording us because they're afraid of being caught. Cass and I have cameras in our house. If something happens, we know. There was an example of, like, one of our neighbors kept having dogs get out over and over and over again. We had enough video evidence. Told the local, what is it, dog department or whatever, the city, and eventually they got a fine. They got a ticket because these dogs were kind of aggressive, and we would have never been able to have gotten those dogs to not be running the streets. There's kids on our streets. Like, we have kids running around playing. If these dogs get up and charge one of these kids, they could kill one of these kids easily. So have things recorded. And then also just watch who you make a baby with. Watch who you make a baby with. Stop making babies with all these women that are crazy. Clearly this woman had some cuckoo in her. She had some cuckoo in her Cocoa Puffs. Like, I would have never got with this chick from the jump. I mean, to be fair, she had a bigger forehead than me. And I don't know if she was shooting that on a Samsung, like, 1, but I think they have, like, in the iPhone right now, like a 15, 16. Looked like she was shooting that on an iPhone 6. That dusty sepia filter on it, but, like, that's why it's so important to vet women as much as you can, as absolutely much as you can. Here, and I'll even get into, here's the 4 things I think you should do when it comes to vetting a woman. There's 4 values overall that you should really be on the lookout for. I wrote an ebook on this, and I'm still working on getting it published. Teespring is cucking me exclusively. But the first one is character, which is how you build a foundation of trust. Character is number 1. Compatibility is another one, which is like shared values and goals. Compatibility. The third one is commitment, loyalty, dedication, trust, things like that. And then the last one would be communication. If you can get those 4 things down, communication, commitment, compatibility, and character, you get those 4 things in a woman, bro, you'll be taken care of. Like I said, this ebook, the 4 values of vetting, is on its way. I've got it entirely written, but now I've just got to, get it published, but Teespring's cucking your boy. Pretty tough. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go cop the 2 ebooks, The 4 Pillars of Personality and The 4 Steps to Style. They make you irresistible to women and respected by men. I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Peace.